Thee will I cherish, thee will I honor, thou my soul's glory, joy and crown. Fair are the meadows, fair still the woodlands, wrapped in the gloomy robe of spring. Jesus is fairer, Jesus is purer, who makes the woeful heart to sing. Fair is the sunshine, fairer still the moonlight, and on the twinkling starry host, Jesus shines brighter, Jesus shines purer than all the angels heaven can boast. Beautiful Savior, Lord of the nations, Son of God and Son of man, glory and honor, praise adoration, now and forevermore be thine. Glory and honor, praise adoration, now and forevermore be thine. Fairest Lord Jesus.
Welcome back to Good Morning Sri Lanka. We are still with Woodlock, and of course, I'm your host, Anupama, for the morning. Yes, so Paul was talking about busking before the commercial break, and then we went to lemons. So can we briefly go on and Izzy, please tell us what lemons is all about, very briefly.
Very briefly, lemons is about a certain person in my life being a lemon and being
Is
very
it Zach?
sour to me.
Zach, I've been a lemon to Izzy.
Sometimes, yeah.
Right. But this is definitely not about Zach, is it?
No,
Okay,
it's
good.
taken about a specific woman,
Right.
and but anyone can take that. It's just about people being lemons in your life, but it's written in a kind of happy way to kind of get over it and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's quite interesting lyrics. Okay, so talking about that, let's move into the busking scene. All right. So why do you prefer street performing than performing in traditional venues?
Probably because it's a lot more loose. We're very
Free?
Yeah,
free
free.
kind of. We're not very strict on
Right.
what we do and stuff like that. But it's a lot more personal as well. Like when we play music to other people, we play it to them in the street. We kind of got our heart in our sleeves. And if they enjoy our music, they can stay, and if they don't, they can leave. So there's a real risk to busking, but if you really believe in yourself, you can really take you far.
Have you been doing it here?
Have we been doing it here? No, we've been in holiday mode.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, we're on holiday from our holiday.
Yeah.
Nice. So, touring plans for next year?
So we're actually releasing a new EP
Okay.
next year. So we'll be releasing that out in Australia, and we do it on iTunes. That can be downloaded all over the world and all that kind of stuff. But we'll be touring with it, but we'll have to hold that one for a little while.
Okay.
We won't be touring till hopefully sometime through the middle of this year, but you know, there's chances it could be in America, it could be in Australia.
There's been talk of
New
touring
Zealand.
America, a little
Maybe
bit of
we'll come to
Sri Lanka as well, actually.
maybe, yeah.
Who knows?
Nice.
Who
Now
knows?
you should really do the street performing thing here and see how it goes.
Yeah,
Cool.
that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But,
can't
okay.
imagine. Yeah.
Yeah. But Paul, why don't you tell us about the cover? It's pretty interesting, and our production team wants to know what this cover is all about. And who did it actually? Was it a friend of yours?
Yeah, so Ryan Trender, a friend of ours
Okay.
from our old church in Yarrawonga. He's just a talented young kid, and yeah, we got a hold of him to just do a sketch up and
Right.
of some some art that he thinks is suits our music, and he brought us a prototype, and we loved it. We just went with it.
We were kind of going for like a Snoopy, if you know Snoopy.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the whole
Yeah.
effect of Snoopy there.
We
Yeah.
gave him these ideas, and then he kind of read up all these different kind of ideas and what we had, and we liked this one of the whole us facing this tree that's just got a couple lemons in it.
Very talented kid, you know. He was 16 when he did it, and he was able to project exactly what we wanted for the cover. So it's really cool.
And will he be helping you for the next as well?
No, we'll go through a different artist.
Right.
Different artist, different
Nice.
producer.
Different vibes.
Yeah.
Okay.
We went for a different producer than that EP as well.
Nice. So talking about inspiration, who influences you the most as artists?
Well, we have 3 different ones, so
We all have different influences. In
All right,
terms of how-
so-
one's Bon Iver, which is his name's Justin Vernon, but he's a great dude, so he's very influenced on me in the way of falsetto and all that kind of stuff and hooks.
Yeah, mine's James Taylor or John Mayer, and I just love the way they write and stuff like that. Their lyrical content is great. And Bowen?
Mine's like Beatles and Hendrix.
The old school, he's the old school.
Exactly. Pretty old school, isn't it?
Yeah.
So when it comes to lyrics, who writes the songs?
So yeah, me and my brother, we write all our songs.
And Paul doesn't.
No.
No.
He's not good at that.
He's a great
We're feelers, very emotional.
Yeah.
Right.
Very emotional.
Bowen's the hard, kind of bearded, tough man.
Yeah, of course. That
The
beard
bearded
says it
tough
all.
guy does not write songs.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right, so talking about the brotherhood, there's a song called Blood Brothers, right?
Yeah.
You told me that each and every song in the album has a story behind it.
Yes.
Yeah, every
So-
song we write has a story.
Obviously.
Every song.
Yeah. So focusing on Blood Brothers, what was the story behind that?
So pretty much, we start off as a band. We didn't have this EP then, and we thought we were pretty cool cats because we were, doing music and all that kind of stuff. But we weren't really, we didn't have our heads in the right kind of space in the way that we weren't thinking in unity and things like that. So we quickly got into kind of fighting and that kind of stuff. And me and my brother ended up having a very big punch on.
Literally.
And he's my younger brother. He's my older brother, actually. Sorry.
Uh-oh.
And yeah, I ended up.
Did you just say younger?
Yes.
You've got me believing it now. Everyone thinks I'm believing it. But,
Don't believe what I say.
yeah, I ended up smacking him a couple and things like that. And we didn't think we were going to be a band for very long. And it was not in a good headspace. And we decided to kind of pull through and put our God first and all that kind of stuff. So we decided to do that, and then we wrote this song called Blood Brothers, which I started writing while I was in Sydney in the streets waiting for our turn to do a busk, and then gave it to my brother, and then we kind of made it this apology song about how it doesn't matter what happens, you're still related by blood.
Yeah,
That's really
we're still
cool.
family.
That's what it's about.
That's very nice.
It's a very poemy song.
Right. Okay, and talking about, you told me that you grew up in a Christian family, right?
Yes.
So tell us about growing up. How was music a part of you while growing up? And tell us about what your family does.
Well, we were homeschooled growing up, so my parents we were very strict Christians. We weren't allowed to listen to anything that wasn't Christian music, and so our musical influences as we were growing up were very different to people outside. And so I think that's why we write the way we write as well, just simply because our influences are just very different. I mean, if you listen to Bowen's influences, Blink 182 and all that stuff, it's just very different.
We have the Christian equivalent.
Yeah.
Right. Well, how was it for you? How did you meet these two blood brothers?
We're pumped.
Well, I've lived in Yarrawonga my whole life. It's a small country town, about 3 hours out of Melbourne, and yeah, just sort of lived there, went to church, and these boys, their dad come to pastor our church, so I just sort of met them, and it felt like within 2 weeks of knowing them, it felt like it was like 2 years. So, so we just connected really, really quick, and you know,
That's very cool.
yeah.
That's very cool. Okay, so you're going home for Christmas.
Yes.
Yes.
Tell us about Christmas. What are you planning for Christmas and the holiday season?
Working.
Working.
So we do a lot of busking,
Right.
and obviously, you know, as the holidays build up, the city gets very packed.
Yeah.
So that's, you know, prime time for us to go in there and
Make some cash.
provide entertainment. No,
Yeah.
Zach, to provide entertainment for the public.
What are your
Make
current
some
favorite
cash.
bands in Australia and outside?
Favorite bands? We have a favorite band as a group, and they're called Paper Cuts, which is an Australian band.
Paper Cuts.
The
Yeah,
paper cuts are really nice.
They're really great. And but another one that we all quite love is Coldplay.
Coldplay.
We're big
Everybody
fans.
loves Coldplay.
Everyone loves Coldplay.
Yeah, they're
There's nothing
amazing.
wrong with that.
They're
Yeah,
amazing.
seen them live and all that. They were just
Their
phenomenal.
life changes.
Oh, wow. I've never seen them live. I'm actually waiting to see them live.
They're
amazing.
incredible.
Great show.
Are they as good as the sound and recording in
Oh
live?
yes. Yeah,
Yes.
it's definitely better live.
Amazing.
Yeah,
That's
I've never felt so emotional like at a concert. I didn't want to be that person there, but I ended up being like,
Tears just.
Okay, so like
the
I told
tears
you
came streaming
before.
down your face.
Really? Are
No.
you serious?
No.
Start crying.
I didn't start crying.
All right. So you told me before that I told you before actually that you reminded me of Boys Avenue.
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys sound pretty unique when it comes to contemporary music.
Yeah.
The things out there, you know, like just like Zach told me before. What do you call it? Secular music, if you can brand it as that, sounds slightly different than what you guys are playing. So how did that come while you're growing up? The influences that you have already, just like you said before, or did you have certain experiences that had turning points in your life to lead you towards this kind of music?
Pretty much we've always been big on our music and all that kind of stuff, so we've always been influenced, and my mum writes music and she did her kind of album and stuff like that, and my sisters do music, so we've always been in that kind of environment. But in the way of us making our own sound, it's been differently
It's been a mixture of
of
of our old influences and what we
Okay.
hear now.
All right.
yeah, no, I mean in the way that it's a journey. Like we don't know what our sound is yet. We still kind of
Okay,
are figuring it
so
out.
what if I ask you, what genre does your music fit into?
We're folk, so FOLK. I didn't swear.